Hi Libra! Welcome to your love reading for October 2019 and welcome back to my channel, Lunasync Tarot. If you have a minute, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications. I do love readings for each sign for each month. I have already shuffled your cards and I've laid them out here for you to see, so let's sync up. In the position of you, we have the Knight of Swords. In the position of the other, the person that you're thinking about in October, your partner, your connection, your love connection, whoever you're thinking about in October, is the Nine of Swords reversed. In the position of the combined energy, we have the Three of Cups reversed. And in the position of the outcome or what needs to be understood and integrated is the Queen of Swords. So right off the bat, we have a very swords heavy reading here. We have three swords. And then we have the Three of Cups reversed. So that just indicates to me that there is something that has to do with swift moving action, communication, some sort of decision, potentially some anxiety, anything that has to do with thoughts, the mental realm, the mental plane, ideas, thought forms, words, articulation. Having a reading so heavy with swords indicates all of that. Potential for all of that. In the position of you is the Knight of Swords. So you're coming in really fast this month in terms of this connection. Like you're wanting to rush in. Maybe you're feeling a little bit impatient. You're wanting to take action. You're wanting to really dive in. There's some sort of decision that you want to make or you want to have made. You have a well-developed communication ability. So you might be using your words this month to really sort of bring this action into play or to bring this decision about. So strong communication. In the position of the other, the Nine of Swords, we have it reversed. We have somebody who is really letting go of a time of anxiety. Or standing up and facing their anxieties, facing their fears, as opposed to being passively sort of bound by their fears as they are in the upright. So your partner is coming out of this time of anxiety, really facing their fears and sort of dismantling those anxieties. And maybe it was those anxieties that was keeping your partner, your connection, from making some sort of decision or taking action in your connection. In the position of the combined energy, we have the Three of Cups reversed. So this could be that you're coming out of a third-party situation. Maybe there was a third-party situation in the past that was kind of hindering this connection. But because it's in the reverse, it's something that is passing away or in the past. The Three of Cups is also a time of coming together and celebrating and reunion with friendship, with friends and family. So it could be that you're experiencing, in the combined energy, your connection is experiencing a time out of that celebratory energy, a time out. Like, it's like when a person says, okay, I have had too much socializing and I am needing to take a time out for myself. So it could indicate a time out inside of your relationship, or it could indicate just a time out from, being social with other people. It also could be, like I said, that there was a third-party situation in the past that is now not in the picture. And then finally, in what needs to be understood and integrated is the Queen of Swords. I do get the sense that there is going to be some decision that is made in a very firm way. The Queen of Swords does not mess around. She makes her decision and she stands by her decision, and she's not easily swayed. So there is, in the outcome, some sort of definitive decision that is made about this connection. Let's pull some clarifying cards and work with the Tarot of Sexual Magic to see how your partner in October, how your love connection in October is feeling about you and your relationship. What's the chemistry like according to their perspective, and what are they feeling about you? What do they think about your relationship in October? What is their perspective about your chemistry? I like to call or pull these cards for chemistry reading. What we have here is a Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords here in the position of you, and then how they perceive your connection is the Knight of Swords. I get the sense that they have a real strong understanding of who you are. Like they're seeing you the way that you're putting yourself forward. They're mirroring you. They see you for who you are. And in this particular imagery, yeah, you can see that. The woman is really the one who's sort of in control or in the position of power. She's leaning up against the sword, and she's basically waiting for this knight to pleasure her. So there is, somebody in this connection, the way that they perceive this connection is that somebody is submissive and somebody is dominant, or that the knight, and I'm going to say that's you, are in the position of pleasuring them or being willing to take care of them, being willing to pleasure them in this scenario. All right. Let's see about you. How do you feel about this connection in October? How do you perceive this chemistry, the chemistry in your relationship? How do you feel about them? All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles. How do you feel about them? You really admire them, or you liked to be admired. I'm not sure which one it would be here, if you're the man or you're the woman here, but in this image we have a man who is admiring this woman who's sort of looking off in the distance, drinking a cup of tea, just sort of, looks like they just got out of bed. It might be the morning time because they have an espresso machine there. She's drinking coffee or tea, and he's just rubbing this rose up and down her leg, and he's really sort of just loving being with her and admiring her. And she's enjoying it too, but she looks a little detached. So how you perceive this connection in October is that either you're feeling a little detached from it, or you are just loving, admiring your partner. So however that resonates with you. I don't know what gender you are, so I can't read it. I'm going to read it both ways. Okay, what else can we do here? I want to learn more about what this decisive action, what this decision is about for you in your relationship in October. So let's pull some clarifying cards from the Osho Zen Tarot deck. And let's clarify the Queen of Swords. This decision, or this action, very definitive action in the outcome position. What is this decision about? What is the Queen of Swords about in the outcome here? Here we go. We have the burden. So this is the Six of Swords in the Osho Zen deck. So another swords card. This month in October, there's going to be so much like either just thinking, talking, communicating, acting, making decisions. We're clarifying the Queen of Swords here. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. We're clarifying the Queen of Swords in the outcome, and what came out was the burden. So the Queen of Swords, I'm going to read this. I'm going to talk about this because of the imagery in here. The Queen of Swords can be sometimes very rigid. She can be very emotionally detached. She can be very cool. She can be very cutting with her words. She can be so analytical that she doesn't know how to demonstrate compassion for others. And I'm only bringing that up because of the imagery here. We have this man who's very, very tired in rags, and this very wealthy, elaborately dressed man over here on his back, and then a rooster, which always represents the ego, on top of this, wealthy man's head. And this man is like pointing up the mountain, and he's like, get up there, get up that mountain. I don't even have a sense of how tired you are because I cannot even see outside of myself. I only see what I want. I only see my goal. I have no compassion for you. You are just here to serve me and to do as I say. So get up that mountain. So I bring that up because the Queen of Swords can sometimes be quite like that. So something in the outcome, something in what needs to be understood and integrated has to do with this sort of detachment, this emotional detachment, this rationality, this coldness, this ability or this tendency to be kind of harsh and cutting, and ego-driven and ambitious and goal-driven. All right. Let us pull a medicine card and get some advice on how you can navigate this connection in October. And we have the Fox in the Contrary. I haven't pulled Fox in a long time, so I'm excited to read this for you. Let's read about Fox. It's a camouflage. Watch out for wily fox. If this card has appeared reversed, someone may be watching you and trying to figure out your next move. If you look deeper, however, it may be that you are watching yourself to prove to yourself that you exist. If you've become a wallflower to the point of disappearing, you may need to decide that you are worth noticing. Contrary fox is as foolish as it is cunning, and you may have fooled yourself into believing that your low self-esteem is due to your being born plain or having an ordinary life. This is camouflage of a different sort, in that you've camouflaged your true desire to experience life with friends, with joy, and with purpose. In any case, you are put on notice to be aware of apathy and self-induced boredom. You may have to dig deeply to find what excites you enough to scurry across the wasteland of your dulled senses and live. Contrary fox may also be telling you that you've become too visible. In climbing to a place of recognition, oftentimes the envy or jealousness of others is thrown in your face. If you're feeling attacked, withdraw. It may be time to assume the attitude of the hermit and deck yourself in the cloak of invisibility. To right contrary fox in this situation, call on armadillo and name your boundaries. Then call on your family's protector to show you the art of camouflage. Once out of the line of attack, you can resume the role of being your foxy self. Become fox and feel the joy of knowing the playground of your life. You may just find the chicken coop full of intriguing morsels of delight. Interesting. So that might have a special meaning for someone who's listening to this reading. You know, they said climbing to a place of recognition that you can't, sort of perceive anything else, and also climbing to a place of recognition and having other people notice you, and then also being the target for other people's envy and jealousy. So that really resonated for me because of the imagery here. Put this down here. All right, well, Libra, I hope you liked that reading. If you did, please hit the like button so that it can circulate amongst others. I'm wishing you the best in October. Take really good care.